Welcome to One on One. Today we visit with Bernadette Losh, the CEO of Camp Barnabas, the special needs camp west of Purdy, Missouri. They serve all levels of special needs for both kids and adults with summer camp. We'll talk about that, a little history of the camp, the damage they had from weather on April 29th, and more on this edition of One on One.
Dear future, we haven't met yet. We don't know what you look like. But at MediaCom, we think about it every day. And we'll say this, if we keep working as hard as we have the past 3 decades, if we keep adding miles of fiber, if we keep advancing our technology, if we keep raising the bar and raising each other up, we won't just be ready for you, we'll be leading the way. Sincerely, MediaCom.
Welcome back to One on One with Bernadette Losh, the CEO of Camp Barnabas. We are with Bernadette Losh, the CEO of Camp Barnabas today. Bernadette, kind of in the middle of the summer terms right now, and it's must have been a great summer so far.
It's been a wonderful summer so far. So we have a couple of weeks to go, but making it this far after some of the things we've been through with our storm, and I'm sure you've heard about, it's been a really good summer.
And I want to get into some of that. First, I want to give you the chance to offer what you will about Camp Mystic, the camp in Texas that suffered just unspeakable tragedy with flooding.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on that. I think I speak for our whole team, and we understand the magnitude of having families entrust their loved ones with us. And with something like this that's a natural disaster and just completely out of their control, our hearts really go out to them. And we've been grieving with them. We know camp is special. And while we're trying to celebrate, every Sunday that our campers come, it's heavy on our heart, and we're praying for them.
Are camps like yours connected nationwide? You know of each other? Do you communicate with each other?
No, not really. I mean, there are some close to us that we communicate with, but for the most part, no, I would say.
Camp Barnabas had its own share of major damage on April 29th with a huge wind that blew through, not a confirmed tornado per se, but 80, 90 mile an hour wind. You had tree damage, you had building damage. Kind of take it from there on what happened.
Yes, I was there that day. I'm so happy that I was able to be there because I immediately saw the damage that took place, and we could work with our marketing and communications department to get the word out immediately that we needed help, and we knew we needed a lot of help. We had 2 weeks to go before our summer staff arrived for training, and that training is vital. I mean, we are taking care of people's loved ones with special needs, and we need to be focused on that training and not focused on cleaning up tornado damage or high wind damage. And so from the moment we got the word out, that night people started arriving, which really just blew me away. We had a young couple come. I think they said they drove 7 hours and they had their headlamps with them. They said, we got here as quick as we could. We have our headlamps. We know we'll be working into the night, but we have to go back to work. So we'll work through the night and then we're going to go back to work. From that moment for the next 2 weeks, it was stories like that. We know of you. We have a family member who has special needs. We've heard of you. And one day I was at the gate and there was a line of trucks with trailers with heavy equipment that they were pulling in, and I just cried because the outpouring was a miracle.
You kind of became the face of the Weather Channel for a few days too.
Well, and that's another story. It was Charles Peak from the Weather Channel also arrived on property directly after this storm hit. I was still assessing damage, soaking wet, and he showed up and he said, I'm headed to Oklahoma, but I'm here to pray for you and your team. And I said, that's incredible. And so I gather us all around and he prays for us. And then right after that, he said, I have a minute. Can I put a microphone on you? Will you walk me around and tell me what you do? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so he did that, and that's what you see, was the original story that the Weather Channel picked up. And the outpouring from that, I think we took donations from 44 states.
That had to be just priceless.
Without that team, Jordan Steele and Jim Cantori, they actually texted me a message saying, hey, we're praying for you. We have children with special needs, and just wishing us well before camp started. That was a personal text to me. Who does that? Who
if
takes
you've got
the time?
Cantori on your side.
I'm telling you, it has been. We say we're on our media journey. We're on our, it's been really great. And he was out this past Sunday and took some footage of a camper arrival because he hadn't seen one yet, and to do a follow-up story.
And who is this again?
This is Charles
Peak.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know, so many businesses stepped up, too many to mention, but you had just a constant flow of volunteers, 200, 300 at any one time in the camp, right?
We had a little over 250. Of course, we fed them, and that's the least we could do. And at lunchtime, our dining hall was full. We had Domino's one day brought, like 100 pizzas. And to look at all of these people that I don't know, and I'm trying to meet and greet and thank, just tables of people from different organizations. They're dirty, they're wet, they're tired, eating. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Camp Barnabas was established in 1994 by Paul and Cindy Tees, who had purchased the former Camp Soaring Hawk west of Purdy, Missouri, and made it into what it is today. And then in 2005, there was a great improvement with the ABC network coming in with its Extreme Makeover, and that is now 20 years in the past. That's hard to believe.
It is hard to believe, but we had people come to clean up the storm, and they would stop and say, hey, the last time I was here was with Extreme Home Makeover. Yeah. We volunteered our time then. We brought food. So all of those people that were a part of that have stayed connected in one way and have been following us, and we hear a lot about it.
I wanted to let you get the word out there about Barnabas and how it's different. What sets it apart from other summer camps?
I could talk about Barnabas all day. There's so many things that I think people don't realize about Barnabas. It's multifaceted. Yes, it's for our campers, and I think the big takeaway about our campers is they never age out. So we will have campers who are in their 60s, and they love camp, and they get to experience all of the things that the younger campers get to experience. But I think if you read what studies show is that people with a special need, 90% of them leave camp feeling more confident. That's huge. Yeah. I mean, it's so important to our campers, but our parents and the caregivers, the respite that they get for that 1 week, one of my favorite things to do is to welcome them and say, what are you doing this week? And then to hear some of the things they say, we are taking the honeymoon that we never took. We are sleeping for a week because we never get to sleep. One mom said, I'm cleaning my house. I clean my house once a year. These are the things that we don't think about. And I think, honestly, globally, we have kind of failed that community of special needs families. We need to be coming alongside them and saying, how can we help you? How can we help you with the respite that you need to be the parent that you need to be? So that's really important, that we continue this mission for the respite for the parents. And then the missionaries and the staff, we see on a regular basis, these people come and their lives are changed. They'll come and they'll say, well, I want to be a teacher. And then they serve as a missionary, or they serve on summer staff. And their whole worldview changes, right? Like, the world's not about me. I don't have it so hard. And then their job trajectory changes to something that has to do with special needs. And I know that your children are involved also, so you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, my daughter started out as a barnstormer a long time back, and my son was a camper with you for some time as well, and some Barna breaks, and we'll get to that. But it changes the lives of the kids that are doing the work too. We'll be back with more on One-on-One in just a moment.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
MC22, your home for Mink League Baseball.
30 years ago, the internet was barely a thing. But the beginning of everything. At MediaCom, we've been here. Every single step, stride, and slide along the way. And for as much as the internet has changed, we've changed. The speed and size of our network, the performance of our technology, the scale and power of our security. Investing in the growth of our communities. And keeping you ready for what's next. See you there.
Welcome back to One-on-One. So tell me a little more about the diagnoses of some of these campers.
We see around 143 different individual diagnoses, which one of my favorite things to do is to print a list of each diagnosis each week, because the medical team coming in, then they can see at a glance, oh my goodness, we've read about this in school, we've never seen it. And that happens pretty regularly, where we know this, we've heard of this. So that sets us apart. We have campers who are some of the rarest disabilities in the world. Mind-blowing. Yeah. And so what we do is we adapt things to accommodate all types of diagnoses. The pool is zero entry. We have lifts to get our wheelchair campers into the pool safely. Same with the zip line. It has a winch, so it's not just us belaying them and pulling our campers up there. We actually have devices that assist in getting our wheelchair campers up safely and into the bucket seat to zip. So a lot of different diagnoses and a lot of methods that we have invented, incorporated, so that they can experience camp just like any typical child.
And then the stories you get from those campers that say how it changed their lives.
Absolutely. And, and they say on a regular basis, I feel normal here. This is where I can be myself. My nephew is autistic and has said those words. I don't worry about what I say when I'm at camp. I feel like I can say whatever I want and no one will judge me. Those are special things.
That's all going on at Camp Barnabas this summer. And another branch of camp is Barnabas Prep in Branson. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, we have a collegiate-style program in Branson called Barnabas Prep, and every September we welcome a group of students who come, and they move into a dorm-like setting like a traditional college student, and they live with us until the following May, and their classes include things like biblical study, job skills, life skills. We are heavily involved in the community. We have a lot of community support in the Branson area. These businesses allow our students to come and work and just learn how to live life. Silver Dollar City is a big partner for us. We have a lot of our students will work at Silver Dollar City, and Sight and Sound has been an incredible one for us. And we are starting a day program, the first ever Barnabas Day program, to open this September.
And how do kids sign up for that?
Well, you can find it online, barnabasprep.org, and apply that way, and we go through an approval process, but all of the information is barnabasprep.org.
What's the location of it in Branson? Where is it?
It is right off of Lake Taneycomo, behind the landing.
So that's all at Barnabas Prep in Branson as well, another branch of camp. And I know it at camp itself, so much new stuff. It's amazing. You've got a new dining hall that I just found out about, and a new, much improved pool area too.
Yes, you need to come out and see all of the new
I'm coming.
things. You got to come. Probably since you were there, we have a petting zoo. We have a new dining hall that was desperately needed. We were very crowded in our old dining hall. We took the old dining hall, and it is now a lodge. It's an arts center. We do karaoke. We do arts and crafts. We now have a coffee shop inside the lodge called the Barnabean, where we have, it's my favorite. The coffee is good, and our campers are actually working in the coffee shop.
Is there a lake, too, that wasn't there before?
Yes, we have a lake, and we have 2 new cabins this year. We've just finished up 2 new cabins. So our focus going forward will be to kind of finish out cabins. We need to build 7 more of those, and then we'll see what happens.
What are some of the amenities of the new cabins that you don't have now?
They're bigger. The old cabins have a great design. The thought behind the old cabins with the open layout where we can come together and read the Bible and have family time, ideal. So we just took that design and made it bigger and included a living room area. So if there's a camper who's overstimulated, they can't sleep, they can step into the living room and not disrupt the rest of the camper, so everybody can get their rest.
So there are, 9 weeks, 9 terms to the summer?
9 total weeks to the summer.
And then beyond that, you have what you call Barna breaks,
Yes.
which come in the spring and the fall.
Correct. We'll have a fall Barna break in October, and we take about 100 campers. Our need there, obviously, is we need the volunteers to take care of those 100 campers. And I think when I started at Barnabas, our Barna breaks were running about 50 campers. And because of the volunteers that have reached out, we're now up to around 100. And then we have a spring Barna break in March.
Is there cost to the families for those?
There is a cost. It's minimal. But we always have scholarship money available. So if anybody wants to send their child to camp and they are struggling in any way, tell us. We'll find a way to make it happen.
We'll be back with more with Bernadette Losh from Camp Barnabas on this edition of One on One.
You know a thing or two about the moments in life that matter. Maybe this is the most important moment you've encountered yet. By volunteering with AmeriCorps Seniors, you can seize the moment, lend a hand, and get back more than you give. We connect you to local volunteer organizations with opportunities that fit your schedule and match your interests. Are you ready to seize your moment? Visit AmeriCorps.gov/yourmoment and get started today.
Love is a lesson that doesn't end. It knows no conditions, so you better buckle in. Love keeps you on your toes. It never stops, only grows. Love isn't easy, it's a commitment, especially when they're being their most resistant. Love is finding the right seat so you can take a breath. But remember, love isn't lax, it always double checks. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
MC22, your home for Mink League Baseball.
30 years ago, the internet was barely a thing. But the beginning of everything. At MediaCom, we've been here. Every single step, stride, and slide along the way. And for as much as the internet has changed, we've changed. The speed and size of our network, the performance of our technology, the scale and power of our security. Investing in the growth of our communities. And keeping you ready for what's next. See you there.
Welcome back to One on One with Bernadette Losh from Camp Barnabas. Tell me about the needs you have. You need the cash, you need supplies, you need volunteers.
I think that people are sometimes surprised how many people we have cross through our gates in the summer. So we have roughly around 4,500 total that will come to camp in the summer. We have to feed them. We have to house them. So, of course, donations are always welcome. Our main focus will continue to be scholarships. We want to get campers to camp.
Yeah.
So scholarships would be my number one, and then number two would be cabins. We'd love to be able to finish building these cabins. Our old ones are great, but they've run the course of their time, and so we want to finish those. The biggest fundraiser that we do is called Glamping for Camping, and that's in October. This year it's October 25th, and we have that at Big Cedar Lodge, and it's a lot of fun. This year we have some special things planned. I'm not going to give it away, but we are going to bring a little taste of camp to glamping. We're excited about that. So
glamping is like glamorous camping, right?
Here's the greatest part about it. Everybody's been to a fundraiser, right? And you dress up, right? I love to dress up, so the more bling, the better. But some people don't like that. Glamping for camping, you can wear your flannel, and a lot of people wear jeans and flannel. You can wear your flannel and put rhinestones with it. That's what I choose to do. But it's fun, it's relaxed, and we just try to make it fun for everybody.
And what all happens there then?
We have live music, we have yard games, we have an incredible meal. We talk about camp, we share some videos, we share camper stories, impactful stories. We do give an inspiration award to someone who's really made a mark on our hearts and Barnabas family.
So again, this is in October?
October 25th.
At Big Cedar Lodge.
Big Cedar Lodge. All the information is on our website.
Okay, and look for that, campbarnabas.org?
That's right.
Okay. Looking ahead, what's up for camp down the line in the future?
Sometimes I say, wow, we've built a lot, and it was exhausting, and then the storm, and we need a break. But realistically, we need to get our cabins built. After that, I don't know. We've talked about, interestingly, I've had a couple people reach out. We had a couple come and stay with us for 2 weeks from Germany, and they desire to open a camp like Barnabas in Germany.
Wow.
So they came and stayed with us during staff week and just feverishly taking notes on training and all the things that go into preparing for camp. And then they stayed with us through first week of campers, looking at activities and all the things. And I would love to support them. I don't know what that looks like, but I feel God moving in a way that we can support the disability population globally, whatever that looks like. So that was interesting. I have had someone reach out to me from Asia. He's there now, and he just emailed and said, it's on my heart to start a camp like Barnabas internationally. Will you talk to me? And so we had a conference call, and it's just, I don't know. I think there's opportunities out there.
The outreach that you provide, that's incredible.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited to see what God's doing.
So a little bit about yourself. You are from Springfield, went to Kickapoo, went to Evangel, and you've spent a lot of time in nursing?
Yes, I went to Kickapoo High School. I went to nursing school at OTC, and then undergrad and grad school at Evangel. And then I worked at Ozarks Community Hospital for basically my whole career, what used to be the old Doctors Hospital of Springfield.
North side,
Yes.
right off of I-44.
That's right. And I started working there in 1995. I don't want to give away my age, but there it is. And I served as the chief clinic officer there, and we had clinics in Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, and I traveled a lot, and I learned a lot about people and medicine and running a business and policies. And when the opening for health services director was available at Barnabas, someone reached out to me, and I thought, well, that's different. Thought about it, prayed about it, thought about it some more, and decided to apply. And it's been a blessing ever since that moment.
How did that lead into the CEO position?
I was the health services director for a couple years, lived out at camp for the summers, and then eventually moved into kind of an HR position and helped build an HR department, and then moved into a COO role. And then our CEO left at the beginning of last year, and so that spot was vacant, and originally I did not intend to apply for it. but I think the Lord had other plans, and I did, and then was offered the position in September of last year.
I know Cindy Tees recently made a visit to camp, and she and Paul were the two founders of Camp Barnabas. Do you stay in close touch with them?
Absolutely. I wouldn't want to be in this position and not have a relationship with the founders because of their hard work and their dedication and their commitment to God's calling. We wouldn't be here. They are special people. Cindy and I communicate often. She was here twice this summer, serving, helping. She gets to see all the campers that have been, we call them our legend campers. And when Cindy and Paul are there, they're so excited. So they are incredible people, and they will always be a part of our Barnabas family.
What's a message you want to get out there about Camp Barnabas?
You have to see it to believe it. I can talk about Barnabas all day, all night. I love it. You have to come and take a tour and see what we're doing. See the lives that are changed there. We welcome anybody, anytime. Call us. We'd love to give you a tour. We'd love for you to have lunch with us and watch the campers interact, and at Barnabas Prep as well. I think Barnabas Prep is a hidden jewel in Branson that not many people know about. And a lot of times those families are thinking, well, what now? What after high school am I going to do with my child? Barnabas Prep can be that answer, and we want to talk to you. We want to explore how we can come alongside you and help you.
Go online to campbarnabas.org to find out more information. Bernadette, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll wrap it up in just a minute.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day, a movement toward life-saving resources, movement toward advancing research and care, movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
When a child is fighting a critical illness, one truth touches us all. Every child deserves a childhood. A wish sparks a ripple of hope that transforms communities far and wide. And when we grant wishes together, we create a movement of kindness, strength, and unity. Become a wish maker today and be part of a journey that truly changes lives.
30 years ago, the internet was barely a thing. But the beginning of everything. At MediaCom, we've been here. Every single step, stride, and slide along the way. And for as much as the internet has changed, we've changed. The speed and size of our network, the performance of our technology, the scale and power of our security. Investing in the growth of our communities, and keeping you ready for what's next. See you there.
Our thanks to Bernadette Losh from Camp Barnabas. You can find information online at campbarnabas.org. Thanks for joining us on this edition of One on One.